Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, we're going to look at Theta and the Theta token and ask the question, would I buy or should you buy, not financial advice, in the bear market? This is installment 37 of 1001. I'm going to take a look at the top 1000 cryptocurrencies. You can see the entire playlist in the description of this video. And if you like this content, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section. But let's go ahead and ask the question, would I buy Theta in the bear market? Now, this one is unique in a sense, and that is that we need to ask ourselves a question, and it's simply this: what is Theta going to be in the future? Because best case scenario, this is a potential disruptor to streaming services all around the world, or to YouTube or something like that. Worst case scenario, in my opinion, is that it is what it is today, which is a sort of competitor to Twitch, but nowhere in Twitch's stratosphere. And if it's worst case scenario, then for sure we're going to pass on Theta, buying it at this point in time. Best case scenario, there's a ton of potential. And so my general feeling in looking at this is just, why not? Why not throw a few bucks, a few $100 towards Theta? Don't expect it to put in 100x returns. It could be best case scenario, sure, 100x, or worst case scenario would be that it just kind of puts in a lower high and that we see that it dies. And so let's take a look at Theta in general. What is Theta? There's a lot to explore on this website. And so, yeah, I'll scroll down here. So first of all, you can see their partners. I mean, we do have some things here. Theta TV, we'll take a look at that in a few minutes. But World Poker Tour, Con TV, Anime. What else here? There were some other things. Fail Army. So some partnerships. They have some. They have a board here with Stephen Chen, the co-founder of YouTube. Is that impressive? Certainly, that's good to see that the co-founder of YouTube is in an advisory role here. There's some other things to see. Some network stats. Some validator nodes, Google, Sony, Samsung, etc. They have a semblance of backing. There was something else that I wanted to look at here. We can see their leadership, their blockchain team, investors. So they've raised plenty of money. Their seed capital, you can see all of that here. So all this to say, their advisors, their partners, it's like we're not seeing huge partners. I mean, we're seeing MGM, that's pretty significant in Lionsgate, but then, Katy Perry, NASA, Fail Army, WTP. And what I want to see over the years is that this ecosystem is growing and they're partnered much more. We're talking about MGM. Let's see what they can do. Can they partner with a behemoth like Disney? Can they partner with, and that's going to be a bigger question, because Disney, why would they want to partner with Theta when they already have Disney Plus? Why would Netflix want to partner with them? And are they really going to create something that would take our eyeballs away from a Disney Plus or a Netflix? That's the thing that I'm trying to figure out. Now, Theta in general is, why do they exist? I mean, a big reason why they exist is to bring watching, TV, whatever, watching movies to the blockchain. But what the problem that they have identified is one that I'm not entirely sure about. And here's their argument: is that they're saying that right now bandwidth is such that we have a difficult time with streaming movies or videos like that. And the question I want to ask myself, all right, I'm in the United States, maybe I'm spoiled, is that really true? Do we really have a hard time with streaming? Do we really have that much difficulty with streaming videos and movies? I don't know. I mean, maybe in other countries this would be helpful and it would be a disturber. But here's the appeal with Theta is that, let's say, and I'm in a place where my computer's open, I'm not really using much bandwidth. Theta can take some of my bandwidth and, distribute that so that it enhances the viewer experience for other people as they're watching videos on their network. That sounds good. And I have been in countries where, it's more difficult to stream and things like that. And so, sure, that sounds great. Now, how much of that will be adopted over the years? I'm not sure about that. Now, taking a look at Theta TV, that's a big thing we've got here. It says you can watch and earn T-Fuel, which is another cryptocurrency of theirs. And I don't want to watch this. Never mind. Okay. And so that's really interesting too, because, all right, every Theta that will ever exist is already in existence. So Theta itself is not inflationary at all. And that's a good sign for potential price action in the future. But T-Fuel is the reward you receive for going on Theta TV and watching some of the videos. Fine. That's great. And you can see, NASA, you can see World Poker Tour. There are things happening here. This is pretty, as of right now, small scale. But I mean, you look at this site, what's the first thing you think of? I mean, personally, for me, I'm thinking Twitch. But sure, I mean, there's not nearly as many viewers here on Twitch. If you go to Twitch right now, you would see thousands of viewers. On NASA TV, we have 83. I'm seeing 39, 31, 26, 21. So again, is there going to be adoption for this? That is the question. I think next cycle, we're going to see a lot of the answers to those questions. So where do I want to go from here? Looking at the charts here, Theta, their all-time high was $16, a little under $16. Today's price is $1.60. Their lowest price as of today is $96. So it did put in more than a 90% drop from its peak to its bottom price. That's a good sign of something that I'm looking for, especially if I think that that's going to put in a higher high. I'm not entirely convinced that Theta is going to put in a higher high next cycle, but if it does, then sure, you're going to see a 10x return at least on your investment if you were to invest from today's price point. But looking at the prices, I drew some fibs here to kind of get a visual of what I'm thinking, the different scenarios that I think would happen. And personally, worst case scenario, next euphoria phase, whenever that may be, I would think that we would hit this 382 fib level. And so you can see a lot of price action over a period of 5 months right at that 382 fib level. At 1 month, 1 month it was resistance, 1 month it was support, but then we fell through that support and went much lower. And so this is what I'm wondering is the absolute worst case scenario. That puts Theta at about $6.50. So, worst case scenario from today's price, we're looking at about a 4x. Now, I wouldn't be shocked if, second worst case scenario, I suppose, would be around 850, the 0.5 fib. We see some interaction there. But I would say best case scenario would be one of two options, would be this 1.618 fib, $25.36. Or, I would say absolute best case scenario, in my opinion, my IMHO, would be around $40, this 2.618 fib for the next cycle. But I do think that there would be some pretty heavy rejections. Now, let's say we get up to this 1.618 fib, that a lot of people are going to be taking profits there. If we blow through that, then in my opinion, this would be the next big level. And I would have a hard time seeing Theta get beyond that. That would put Theta at something like a $40 billion market cap, which we're talking about, 2-3 years from now. That's quite a bit, especially just looking at their roadmap. I think they're taking this slowly. They're doing, and in that regard, I'd say that that's commendable. They're taking it slowly. They're not pushing things too hard. They know that, I see this very much the way I would see any startup, in that this is going to take time. And, thinking about how early we are with the blockchain in general, we are very early. It's just going to take a time for mass adoption. But when that mass adoption comes, and when we hit that tipping point, that's when we're really going to see what Theta is and what Theta could become. Until then, it's kind of a wait and see type thing, which is actually kind of attractive to me, because I'm attracted to products that are not finished. Cardano, I've been saying, is not a finished product until 2030 or so. Mina, I am very interested in buying Mina. We'll take a look at that one day in this series, because it's very much not a finished product. Quant is another one that's not a finished product. I would put Theta in that same category. We don't know yet what Theta is going to become. And so, in my opinion, the not knowing increases the likelihood that Theta will put in a higher high next cycle. But personally, I own some Theta. I will be taking profits as low as even $8 or even $6 at these certain fib levels, just in case it doesn't put in a higher high. I want to lock in some profits, and then, you know, whatever else, the rest is gravy. Fantastic. But I will take a 4 or 5x return. I'll gladly take that. So yeah, that is all I have for today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on Theta. Will you be buying Theta in the bear market? Let me know in the comment section of this video. And otherwise, yeah, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in another video. Peace.